Hello everybody, I'm Cuddly Bunny and welcome to just another quick replay. We're having a look at a game on Fiery Salient or Prokhorovka, whatever you want to call it, and right now this situation is looking pretty grim. The reason I'm doing what I'm doing now is to spot these two guys so the E25 has something to shoot at. He refuses to move despite the fact that there's a Hellcat and Tiger P rushing down on him, but I might as well use him as best I can and spot some stuff for him to shoot at while he's sitting there. So right now, my thoughts are we're in some serious trouble. I need to just get this gun working, deal some damage, and hopefully things will work out okay. Get a shot, easy shot into the T25-2, and he gets finished off quite nicely by the E25. And now this is where one of my main mistakes was. We'll go over the mistakes a bit later on. We'll just go quickly over the game at the moment. So I managed to hit the Tiger T1 Heavy. He gets killed by the Black Prince, which is nice, and basically I really want this FE304 dead, because they're so goddamn annoying. But I took way too long getting over. I hit that wreck, which allowed the Hellcat to get a shot into my side. He didn't do any damage, but it did track me, so I had to use my repair kit. That was kind of a pain in the ass. But right now, you can see on my mind, I'm thinking, shall I help this Black Prince against the Tiger P, or shall I move over to give support to this Panther, because there's probably a T20 shooting at him at the same time. I decided that the Panther's the best bet because the Black Prince can quite easily just reverse down and be in cover from most of the enemies and probably survive a little bit longer. But he decides against reversing down and instead just sits in the open getting shot by the Hellcat and the Tiger P, so nice work. Yeah, really helpful. So now I'm left pretty much alone. Well, there's artillery as well. And this is where the game gets really interesting. So I need to kill the T20 first off. I know he's still around here somewhere. There he is. He's not got He's not got low enough HP for one shot to do it. So I decided to go in for the ram. So the next shot will finish him. He's got the small gun, which is actually kind of a bad thing because it's got really high DPM. But luckily I managed to dispatch him quickly enough. And now the E25's come back to play. He managed to just track me, which is really lucky for me actually. So this gives me a bit of time to think, and I decide, right, I got to kill the E25. Keep the Tiger P's engagement at bigger range as possible, which will give me the highest chance at winning this game for us anyway. So I drive down here, and right now I'm thinking, where the hell is this E25 gone? My initial thoughts was that he's just driven straight at the back of this and is now camping in these bushes, but surely I'd be spotted right now. So I'm really considering, where the hell is he gone? And I decide, okay, he can't be here. I'm just going to have to either use these bushes to my own advantage, but that no longer is an option as he's pushed the ridge. There he is. And now I get a nice sneaky easy shot into the Tiger P and go straight below the ridge line so they can't shoot me back. So that was not a horrible engagement. I really wanted to kill this E25 though. In a 2-on-1 situation, you always want to try and focus down the easiest target to kill first. Obviously that's the E25. He's a one-shot kill for me. He's also the competent one out of these two. I can easily outplay the Tiger P if needs be. So all I need to do is kill the E25, kill the Tiger P before the Hellcat and other Tiger P get back to support them, and then use my range and the camera advantage of this tank to try and win that engagement. But the E25 definitely has other ideas. I thought he'd be camping the ridge at the top, but he wasn't. Take a shot at the Tiger P because it was a sure thing, unlike trying to shoot at the E25, which would have almost certainly missed. Because that had to be pretty much a snapshot, otherwise I was going to get shot in the face, which I didn't really want at that time. Yet again, I decided to shoot the Tiger P instead of the E25 as I didn't have a shot on him and I would have had to have moved up too far. And crap, the Hellcat has got here quicker than I was expecting. So now, this was really unlucky. I managed to bounce off the E25. Not sure where that hit, maybe through the gun manlet or whatever. Real pain in the ass. I really could have done with that penning, and this game might have gone completely differently if it had. I get way too close to that Tiger P, which gets me proxy spotted. This was not a good idea. And now, well, I'm in a spot of bother right now. The E25 doesn't want to push on me because he's too low on health, so the Tiger P is going to be the one that pushes on me. Hoping to take the Hellcat out with a lucky hit there. Doesn't work. So now I need to figure out what to do. My idea is actually to push over really far up onto the end of the ridge, where the Hellcat hopefully won't be able to get a shot on me, but at the same time I'll be able to deal with everything. Tiger P decides to drive up. I track him nicely there, and now it's time to finally finish off the C25. He's really cost me a lot of HP there, but I do manage to finish him off. And here is, well, really the final moments of my life, sadly. The Hellcat is up on this ridgeline. I'm really worried about him. Too worried. The Tiger P repairs. I take a shot into him, but yeah, that was a bad play by me. So overall, a pretty valiant defense at the end there. Wasn't good enough to win the game. Let's go over some of the points in where I could have done better. Well, yeah, let's just see if maybe we could have turned this game around. Okay, so here we have what I guess I could consider one of the first defining moments of the end of the battle really here. The E25 is still alive on the hill, so maybe what I could have done actually differently is instead of just getting a snapshot into the T1 Heavy while I drove towards the FV304 and then crashed into a wreck like a complete idiot, what I could have maybe done is try to track the T1 Heavy on the tracks, so maybe the E25 can shoot him, the Black Prince will kill him as well, and then moved on to the FV304 instead of doing what I did do, which was, well, to be fair, I didn't see the wreck. As you can see, really hard to spot because of the bushes. So that was a bit unfortunate for me, but still, I probably didn't do the right thing in focusing on the FV304 anyway. I was relying on the fact that I didn't think the T1 Heavy would be able to do anything to the Black Prince. I thought the Black Prince's biggest threat would probably be the Hellcat, but at this point I was expecting the Hellcat and Tiger P to be pushing up on that E25, because he was undoubtedly spotted when the T25-2 was down by the railway tracks, so I wasn't completely expecting the Hellcat to be sniping down onto this corner, so I thought the Black Prince would easily deal with the T1 Heavy while I killed the FV304, and then moved around to deal with the E25 and the T20. So I don't know if I played that badly or not really. I mean, yeah, I could have played it better, but what I expected to happen didn't happen exactly as I thought it would, so maybe it's more trying to figure out what's going to happen. Should have been a bit better for me there. So yeah, the T1 Heavy should have died a lot earlier than he did. This Black Prince should have maybe been a bit more intelligent. It would have helped massively. But anyway, that's enough for this point. Let's go on to the next section. So at this point, the Black Prince is still alive. I thought he would be reversing down the hill to try and survive as long as he can, which is obviously the intelligent thing to do. I don't think that's what he did though. Instead, he tried to face off against the Tiger P while getting sniped by the Hellcat. That was a real kick in my ass, because I needed him to stay alive to hold that Tiger P there long enough for me to easily be able to dispatch the T20 and E25. So yeah, real shame. But I don't think staying around where I could have got sniped by the Hellcat, the T20, and been engaging a Tiger P from the front would have been a good call at this point anyway. So I still think me leaving the Black Prince to fend for his own for a little bit was the right call. It just didn't work out for me. So on to the next point. This is after I'd killed the T20. Obviously, I did pretty much the right thing. I don't think I could have done that engagement much better. I was in a massive rush because I knew the Tiger P was crossing that ridgeline. If I tried to use some hull down tactics to bounce the T20's shots, the Tiger P would be able to shoot me in the side. I was not interested in that, so I had to really go straight at him. So that worked out okay. I mean, I lost a bit of health, but mostly from ramming him, I think. It wasn't that big a problem, really. I got the killing blow in thanks to the ram as well. It was worth it. Good engagement. I didn't lose too much health, and I took out one of the threats. So that I think I did right. So on to the next section. Here we have the situation where I've driven down to the other side where the E25 is currently. Didn't spot him, but spotted the Tiger P up the top here. And I've driven back this way now because the E25 was also in this location, to try and do what my original plan was, which was to kill the E25 so I could have a nice, clean, easy engagement with the Tiger P before hopefully the Hellcat or the other Tiger P got back to support him. Maybe I should have milked this situation a bit longer than I did. I'm in a pretty good place here at the moment. The E25 can only shoot my turret. I could have maybe sniped the Tiger P's cupola or tried to snipe the E25, although if I remember, the E25 was reversing at this point. He really did not want to get shot by me. He wanted to stay alive, so good call to him. He really played his tank strengths really well. He did a great job. Without him, I'm pretty sure I would have been able to carry this game. But anyway, this situation, it was a hard one. I made the judgment call of taking the shot on the Tiger P as well, instead of the E25, just due to the fact that trying to snapshot the E25 would have been impossible, but the nice big clean side of a Tiger P, that's not going to be much of a challenge. So I went for the assured damage rather than the maybe in 1 in 10 chance type of thing. So the next section, I tracked the Tiger P on the hill. As you can see, he still isn't repaired at this point, but I finally managed to get rid of that goddamn E25. Now, this situation was a really hard one to begin with. The Hellcat's still on that ridge line, so my initial plan was to keep moving up, use the either push up to the rock or something, just try and get out of the area where the Tiger P can spot me, and then try and take out the other one, the Hellcat as well. But it was a bad call to begin with. This was not going to end well for me almost every time, unless the Tiger P had bounced off my turret, which was quite unlikely anyway. What I should have done is just completely ignored the Hellcat. Hope to God he had decided to try and close the range on me by going down towards the Tiger P or something like that. And instead driving straight towards the Tiger P, trying to use my low profile to keep underneath his gun depression, or force him to hit my turret, or I could have even tried to use the E25 wreck to hull down there. Although I didn't want to stop at this point because I thought the Hellcat must be aiming at me. So I was pretty worried. The kind of pressure underneath me probably made me make a few stupid mistakes. I probably even should have loaded premium at this stage, although I don't really like using it. But it would have guaranteed a penetration on the front of the Tiger P, which maybe would have been a good call. But I was fighting his sides anyway, so it didn't really matter either way. So this decision right here, although my options were severely limited, this was obviously the one that lost the game. So overall, what could I have done differently? I think when I had gone to engage the T20, after engaging the T20, the way I could have won this would actually have been to move into the camping side of our base in K1 and J1. I can't outspot an E25, but an E25 can't spot me back. So I could have dealt with the Tiger P, and then, well, there would have been one less Tiger P to worry with. But I really thought I'd be able to dispatch the E25 quickly, and just deal with them as they came at me one by one, which is how they were going to do it, because the Tiger P was there already. Hellcat was going to be next, I knew that because he's speedy, and the other Tiger P, he would have taken a long time to get back down. So, overall, I don't think I played it too badly, but there are definitely things I've learned from this game. More that I should have checked the stats of the E25 when I decided to go and engage him like this. I should have known this is what he would expect me to do. And instead should have done something differently, like gone into the one line and hidden in some bushes, basically, to deal with the Tiger P. If I just used the good old-fashioned shoot through bushes when you can't see through them, I would have been able to deal with him without getting spotted back. So I guess let's look at the post-game results. I did a pretty good job, so yeah, whatever. So post-game results, it was a mastery badge, surprisingly, probably because of the high caliber, and Confederate as well, I guess, both getting me the, whatever it's called, Courageous Resistance, bumping up the XP there. This was not bad actually, 3,396 XP on a defeat. Definitely not something to just dismiss really, but yeah, I feel like I really let my team down in this game. I definitely could have done more. Yeah, obviously I was top damage on the team, and a lot of my teammates were a bit on the special needs side, but still, I really felt that actually I could have won this. I should have been a bit more proactive at the start of the game, maybe getting a few more shots off. And I should have played that end better. I really should have. But overall, a pretty good game, I guess. Not the worst in the world, but yeah, oh well. So, thanks everyone for watching. If you have any other ideas that you think I could have done differently here, or where I'd completely screwed up, I know I've pointed out a few things where I did mess up. Feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll definitely take it to heart and maybe try them in next time I'm in a situation like this. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'm sure I'll see you all in the next one.